Your nightly news with Rachel Williams begins now.
Good evening, everyone. Tasmania has reached a new milestone, recording 2 consecutive days without a new case of coronavirus. But as additional restrictions on the northwest are lifted tonight, there are calls for more testing to be undertaken on those who show no symptoms.
Day 2 of 0 new COVID-19 cases. Tasmania's hard work said to be paying off.
No new cases over the past 2 days. That is very encouraging. And this is a result of everybody's efforts following the public health measures that have been put in place, such as staying at home.
The state's total remaining at 221. But as additional restrictions on the hard-hit northwest lift from midnight tonight, authorities warn to not be complacent.
Restrictions remain across the whole state. You can only go out for essential reasons. If you need to go to school, you need to go to work, you need to go and get groceries, or you need to go to the doctor or the pharmacist. You cannot go over to a mate's place for a barbecue.
You will help us keep on top of coronavirus in Tasmania and help us to consider when it is best and safest over the coming weeks and months for us to look at considering and easing back the restrictions.
It comes as schools within the region reopen this week, as well as maternity and ICU services at the Northwest Regional Hospital, while authorities aim to test even more Tasmanians, focusing on people who show symptoms.
We do want to make sure that we reach out to lots of different areas in the state, and that's where the mobile bus, I think, is very, very helpful. And we'll look to make sure that we get good testing in areas across the state where respiratory clinics aren't.
But Labor says asymptomatic hospital staff, as well as members of the community, should also be tested.
Not only should we be making sure all of our health workers are tested and other frontline staff have access to priority testing, we should be doing random testing at places like supermarkets so we can pick up people in the community who might be unwell but not feeling unwell.
So that'll be a decision that will be made within the THS, and I expect that the best decision will be made to keep staff and patients safe.
158 Tasmanians have now recovered from the virus. Ruby Kamain, 7 Tasmania News.
And as the state's health system continues to deal with the pandemic, a new state-of-the-art facility is set to operate in Hobart. The newly opened K block at the Royal Hobart Hospital, now home to an upgraded hyperbaric chamber. It can treat with this specialised oxygen up to 10 patients at a time with decompression illness, as well as tissue injury from radiation and diabetic wounds.
This world-class facility will be able to deliver world-class care for Tasmanians and is the first one in the Southern Hemisphere. So this is very exciting and will facilitate research as well as patient care.
The chamber will be open from tomorrow. Police have found a missing autistic man after he spent more than 20 hours lost in cold conditions. Brett Nathan Lowry went missing from his house in Kings Meadows at 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon, sparking a frantic and wide-scale search from police and SES. Thankfully, the 39-year-old was located in bushland this morning uninjured. He was taken by his family to the Launceston General Hospital as a precaution. As money becomes tight during the pandemic, a group of volunteers is helping make sure international students don't go hungry. Khalsa Aid has tirelessly packaged hundreds of free food kits to last each person close to a month.
This is a package these international students have been craving for months.
These kits have about 20 kilograms of grocery in each kit.
Boxes loaded full of cooking essentials with enough stock to put food on the table for 3 weeks.
International students are really struggling at the moment because they don't have many jobs here.
The coronavirus leaving many out of pocket, away from their home countries and without government assistance.
Physically and also mentally, we are facing a lot of challenges.
Volunteers of Khalsa Aid have been working around the clock in Hobart and Launceston to render assistance, frantically sorting, packing and transporting the valuable cargo.
So it's stuff like staples, stuff from pasta to pasta sauces, potato, groceries.
Seeing the gratitude written on the faces of the needy makes all the hard work worthwhile.
I feel like a lot of self-satisfaction that I'm actually helping someone in need.
Many Tasmanians have also jumped on board to help, donating everything from potatoes to honey. One mechanic even offering a month of free car services for international students.
You are not just providing these items, you are bringing the communities together.
More than 500 food packs have been delivered in the space of just 1 month, and these volunteers are bracing to distribute a whole lot more.
It's important that we recognise that this situation is ongoing, and we have volunteers who are just ready and willing.
Proving good things come in small packages. Garth Burley, 7 Tasmania News.
An iconic Tasmanian steamship, the Cartilla, has been listed for sale in the hopes of attracting new investors to contribute toward its restoration. The 108-year-old vessel is needing a multi-million-dollar facelift with the hope of returning it to its former glory.
Sitting pretty moored on the docks at Franklin, the Cartilla is a shadow of her former self. Moved from Brook Street Pier in 2014 to undergo a significant restoration, the project hit bumpy water.
We have been the recipient of some Tasmanian grant funds. We've had some philanthropic involvement in that purpose as well. I guess we always are finding that we are thwarted at every turn to a degree when it comes to this.
Appearing dilapidated to the average eye, the ship is structurally sound. However, it needs significant renovations both inside and out, including reinstalling its traditional steam engine. The Cartilla's Trust is running out of funds, listing it for sale online in the hopes of attracting investors to assist in restoring the ship to her former glory.
She's too important to allow this project not to happen, so we need to explore every possibility.
The project is anticipated to cost another $4 million, with the trustees seeing it as an ideal opportunity for a partnership with a tourism operator or for shipbuilding traineeships.
We would like to see this with high quality finishes and interpretation to really take her proud place on the River Derwent as a key attraction to Hobart.
The 108-year-old Cartilla has led a colourful life. She's worked as a passenger transporter, aided in sea rescues, and even assisted the Navy in World War I. But now it's time for someone to sail in and help steer her on to her next adventure.
Our dream would be to have her operating with the steam engine, operating on and around the Derwent River, and telling the stories of the maritime social history of Hobart.
Ebony Ablett, 7 Tasmania News.
As other codes hint at long-awaited returns, Football Tasmania could also soon have local players back on the park. The state body is waiting on the government to give the go-ahead to hit the pitch, but is specifically tailoring new policies to protect all involved in football across the state. It says it's eagerly awaiting further national cabinet meetings to hear of any developments.
Good evening, everyone. Launceston and Devonport reached a top of 14 today, 13 in Hobart and Burnie 12. Around the state, Flinders Island and Friendly Beaches 15 degrees, 14 for King Island, Smithton, Lowhead and St Helens, Ouse 13 and 12 in Strawn. A broad area of cool air can be seen moving over the southeast of the continent and the Tasman Sea today. And across Australia, we can see the complex area of low pressure over the Tasman Sea producing thunderstorms. A cold front is approaching Western Australia, while the rest of the country is relatively cloud-free. Tomorrow's chart shows a low-pressure system and associated cold front to the southwest of Western Australia. A dominant high-pressure system centred east of the Bight extends ridges across all parts of the country. West to southwesterly winds 10 to 20 knots tomorrow, reaching 30 knots about the lower east and southeast during the morning. And there is a strong wind warning current for eastern coastal waters from Wineglass Bay to southeast Cape. Looking at tomorrow's forecast, Hobart cloudy and 16, 15 in both Dover and Ouse, partly cloudy and 17 in Launceston, Devonport 17 and 16 in Scottsdale, Burnie 17, a shower or 2 and 14 in Strawn, Stanley reaching 16, and in the east 17 and partly cloudy for St Helens and Swansea, and a top of 15 for Ross. Looking on to Tuesday now, fine apart from possible light showers about the west. Fine on Wednesday apart from light showers about the north and also the west. And on Thursday, fine until light showers develop in the north in the morning. Possible storms in Perth tomorrow, cloudy and 18 in Adelaide, Melbourne 15 and mostly sunny in Brisbane and Darwin. And currently Hobart 11 and mostly cloudy, Launceston clear and 8 degrees, and 9 and clear in Devonport. And Rach, that's the weather tonight.
Lovely. Thank you very much for that, Chelsea. Well, before we leave you this evening, social distancing has been tough for all of us, including the world's only giant panda triplets. Meng Meng, Shuai Shuai and Cuckoo have finally greeted visitors again. Their zoo in South China has reopened after being shut down for 3 months because of the COVID-19 epidemic. The park reopened at reduced capacity before the May Day holiday season, with special health measures in place. And unlike some of us, the trio doesn't seem to have put on too much weight in lockdown. Zookeepers say they are in good shape. That's all your news for now. Thanks for joining us. Have a great week. Good night.